to this channel. I thought we were using musical introduction. Hello.
How do you do?
Welcome to this channel.
You're welcome in the name of the Lord.
Because what we are talking about today is going to choke you somewhere in your heart.
It's going to set fire
this
to your
choke
marriage.
English, this choke English. Let my enemies know say I don't know how to speak English. All right, welcome to another episode of Couch Conversations. And this is just going to be a phenomenal, simple guidance that would help any marriage stand strong. So before we go on, have you subscribed to this channel? Have you shared our videos to others? It would do you good if you do, because you'll be earning a reward from God. Why? People need to know the truth so that they can be set free. And when you share our videos, they get to know the truth and they enjoy liberty. All right? So what are we talking about today? 5 things every couple should make a habit of in marriage. 5 things every couple should make a habit of in marriage. All right? Number 1, they must make a habit of praying together. See, in God's plan, every marriage produces power couple. You know, I know in this generation we're used to power couple. When we look on the social media, look at a popular couple, snap good pictures, post good pictures. That's not power couple with God. Power couple with God is your ability to together have dominion. He brought you together with a dominion mandate, Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. That's why if you look at Matthew 19:18, it tells you, if any 2 of you shall agree as touching anything, it shall be done for them of my Father who is in heaven. Why is he saying that any 2? How many of you are married? 2 of you. Yes, you have become one, but on earth, you are brethren agreeing in faith. See, some marriages are as broke as their lack of prayer.
Sure.
Some marriages are suffering things as a result of their lack of prayer. So what you need to do is to actually spend time together in prayer. Now, this must not be forever. This must not be 10 hours. Do you know a simple agreement prayer, just 1 minute, do you know it's powerful? Where we just hold down and say, Lord, on this matter, we touch and agree. We can share personal testimonies in our life. My God. Yeah. God has come through for us in a lot of areas just because we agreed. So use it as a formula. See, make praying together a habit.
Praying together would help you build your faith. Build your faith and help you synergize your plans before God and submit those plans to God. You see, when you pray together, you need to do it consistently. So it's not just a one-off thing you do, but strategize times where you spend quality time in prayer together. So that means you are not doing it a one-off, you're doing it consistently. You have specific times where you join faith together with your spouse and pray. Please take this seriously. Every day, please. All right? Sometimes we don't even have the time we plan to have just before we go to bed. We just join hands together. Thank him for the day, commit the night to him, commit the next day to him, and just agree on something. Very important. Being together is an advantage. 2 are better than 1, but they are not better if they cannot spend time and pray together and command the forces that be and enjoy dominion mandate. All right, the next point is more of a practical earthly thing. You need to plan regularly together. You see, the truth is, when you look at marriages here, one of the curses used in quote in adult life is selfishness and drift. Adults are not used to doing things. Let me tell you, see, adults are not used to always wanting somebody in their business. If you still feel in your marriage that your spouse is in your business, that means your bond is going. So one of the things you do is you learn to plan together. See, your spouse may not even be completely knowledgeable in certain areas you have to function, but learn to have conversations about stuff. Learn to plan your life together. And this has to be regularly. Yes. You know why? There's still a long life. Look at us, for instance. We've been together 13 years plus in marriage. And we're just getting started. That's the truth. There's a long life ahead. I mean, God sparing your life, keeping you. You have a long... How old are we? We still have a long life to go. Because if you don't deliberately sit down to start planning, okay, so what's the plan for the year? What's our plan for next year? What's our plan for our children? How do we do this? For instance, we're in a holiday. We start talking about when resumption is. Sometimes you start planning, about your vacation. And see, plan regularly. It's planning that also uncovers what your capacity is. Yes. You just realize, right now, we cannot build a house. We are tenants. Okay, when are we going to be able to have a house? It's planning that also helps you structure your finances. What's our financial state? How are we planning to scale it? Plan regularly. Go ahead, yeah. The truth is that it's easier to make plans alone, be a lone ranger, you know, make plans swiftly and move on. But I tell you, it is beneficial for you too to make plans together. It may look like it's slowing you down, but in that is your safety, in that is also your security as a couple, and that will help you bond together, that will help you build synergy together. So plan together.
See, if you don't do this, you're going to notice something. The marriage will enter a drift. Because, and why is it entering a drift? 2 key points why it will enter a drift. Number one, you realize that you increasingly do not need your partner.
Yeah.
You just realize that although we are together, I don't need you. Then number 2, guess what? After feeling like you don't need them, you will turn around and begin to detest them because nobody can succeed without help. Because suddenly you're realizing that you're not even helping me. You're of no use to me. That's why increasingly some people look at their partner like, what's your use in my life? Why did I marry? All right? At some point, unfortunately, those people have children. It just look like, well, the real thing we got married for, we already have children. So you are useless to me. So you want to make sure that's not your case. All right? Number 3, reviewing how far you have come and discuss ways to do better. In essence, you are having review meetings. But you cannot have review meetings if you don't have a joint plan, if you don't have a common future. So make a habit of regularly. Now, it must not be structured so that it feels too formal, like, oh yeah, sit down. But review. It may be monthly. It may even be informal. Like, you just come to the point where at least like once a month, like, okay, in this area, in this area, in this area, you know, how are we doing? What do we need to change? You know, and guess what? It's in review meetings you ask that question that people are so afraid to ask. Are you happy with me in this marriage? Like, are there areas I can do better? Are there things I have done that you really don't like and you're putting up with? Review meetings where we come vulnerable. See, let me tell you, if you don't take feedback, you will never improve. Never. So, review. Go ahead.
You know, if you look at companies that thrive, you find out that they go for feedback, they do research, whilst they are succeeding, they are going back to review the things that they are putting out so that they can do better. See, in the relationship of marriage, you guys need to look back at the decisions you have made and see where there are faults. And in doing reviews, that's where you become humble. That's where you are humble enough to take feedback from your spouses in the areas that you are not doing better, because you are not perfect. There are instances where you are failing your spouse big time.
Humility.
Yes, it's important to be humble enough to take reviews, to take, you know, where you are failing and you can do better. And it helps you improve your relationship.
And you know why this is important? Your spouse may be enduring and you think all is well. Because it's not every time that there is peace, that there is absence of problem. The person may just be keeping quiet. All right? You don't want those keeping quiet to lead to outbursts one day. All right? 2 more points. Number 4, have vacation routines. Sometimes a marriage just goes on and goes on. Nobody is catching any rest.
And you're just receiving burdens, bills, paying bills, taking care of children, taking care of family, taking care of so many things.
On the minimum, we recommend one good vacation every year. That's why even in workplaces, they give leave.
Yes.
Why do you think they give leave?
Because you need to refresh.
Exactly. You cannot fire when you are not refired. All right? You need to rest.
Wait. You cannot
not fire when you are not refired. Shanda. So on the minimum, we recommend one vacation a year. One. I mean, take the time off, get off work, go together. All right? Then if you really want to get it right, we recommend mini vacations every other month. Every other month. Like just 1 day off. Just 2 days off or a weekend off. All right, and guess what? When we say vacation, people just easily think about traveling overseas, traveling abroad. That's not necessarily it. Do you know if you don't begin to think vacation routines, you may not realize the spots and places where you can actually decently enjoy life within your own environment?
See, this thing is good for your mental health. As he's saying, do it monthly. It's not a big deal. It's not too much to do. You need it. Your spouse needs it, because in marriages, we realize there's so much to deal with, so much pressure. You need to depressurize.
And guess what? Please don't take the word vacation only as travels or lodging in a hotel. Do you know you can actually take 1 day vacation? For instance, if your wife is the cook of your home, Do you know you can actually give a full day vacation from cooking every month? Like you just decide on that day and you guys will go and eat out, even if your culture is to cook at home. Do you get what? See, vacation simply means get off the normal routine. Get off the normal pressure. Get into a system that depressurizes. All right? If you do this, you will see your marriage catch fire. It will just literally come alive. And guess what? Anytime you refuse to be wise, you make excuses. So if you are listening to me and say, this guy, and this woman, they don't know. They are making excuses. Begin to plan it. Because until you make something a routine, you don't plan it. Yeah. And final point, have good sex. Sex is a spice. Spice. And there are two dimensions of sex. There is the routine sex and there's the special sex.
See, before you even go to the dynamics of the sex,
Shanda,
you see the point of vacation when we're saying sometimes it always affects the sex matter.
Shamba.
So you find out that
you're speaking from experience.
Your spouse
My
is
God.
not having libido. What's happening? Your spouse is always not in the mood.
Emba.
The pressure is too much.
Label.
Take out time.
Speak from experience, my baby.
You need it so that this matter will be sorted.
Embre, you are complaining that it's not working. Let me tell you, sex in your room, no matter how you decorate it, is different from sex on vacation. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, you know, you need to plan sex like a meal. For instance, you can eat jollof rice, other Nigerian jollof rice, Ghana jollof rice. Don't start a debate in this video. All right? You can eat jollof rice every other day, but you know, see, for instance, you eat a single meal at home. Do you know there are times you just set up the table for buffet? What are you doing? You are creating a different experience. See, rice can be made in different ways. You don't, as a man, for example, you don't need more women. You just need to have the same woman in different ways. As a woman, you don't need more men. You just need to have the same man in different ways. So you see the sex matter? There's the normal sex. That's why it's good enough. But you see, you need to inject different spices at different points to create experiences that sometimes your spouse just sit down and just remember, oh my God, I will not forget that day. Do you get what I'm saying? So you see, make it a habit to spice up sex in different ways. Because see, some of you need to go and change some lights in your bedroom. You need to create an atmosphere. Some singles who watch this video, so let me know if we're going, you know. That's why we have our books, you know. Just in case you don't know, we have books. We have 9 books in print. All right, you can get them on Amazon or on Seller.co. You know, Seller is an ebook reading platform. On Amazon, you can either get the Kindle, which is ebook, or the paperback. But guess what? There's a book, Mutual Coming. Foreplay, Sex, and Orgasm. Hey.
For the married, please.
Married. Warning. All right, but for the singles, don't worry. Just in case you watch this video and you watch to the end and you're hearing this, we have other books for you to make sure you travel and reach this point. All right, we have great books for you. In the description of this video, you will see links to the books. Generally on this channel, the links are also there. All right, so please, I beg you. You see the sex matter. I don't want to go far. Maybe on another episode, I don't know how we'll limit it to only married. Is there an ID online that only admits the married?
No, they should come
Read
for our
books.
events.
Good. Not just come for our events. We also have the School of Marriage that's dedicated to married people only. If you reach out to us, you'll be able to sign up for the School of Marriage, and we address all sorts of subjects on there. So just in case you stumbled on this channel, it's time to subscribe actually. Hit the subscription bell. All right, subscription button and the notification bell, so that when our videos drop, you get, they just dropped the video, and you're right there. And don't be selfish, share this video and share our channel with other people who will be blessed by it. All right, it was good to talk to you today. Until we see you on another episode of Couch Conversations, it's a wrap. God bless you.
God bless you.